is my judgment.
Dinesh D'Souza was sentenced on Tuesday to spend 8 months in a confinement center.
It all began when the Obama administration tried to shut me up.
Remember when filmmaker Dinesh D'Souza was convicted of election fraud? Well, it was ousted U.S. Attorney Preet Bharara who spearheaded Mr. D'Souza's prosecution.
So it wasn't a surprise when D'Souza tweeted simply, "Good riddance" to the outgoing prosecutor.
All right, here to tell his side of the story and new details on the case is filmmaker and convicted felon Dinesh D'Souza. Dinesh, it must be a great day for you. I can imagine the feeling if someone put me in jail for 8 months and all of a sudden they're now ousted. However, you now can tell us something that you were never able to say before about your case.
Well, a congressional oversight committee has been trying to get a copy of my case file now for well over a year, and Bharara's office as well as the Obama administration had been blocking it, basically saying this is an ongoing case. But of course my case ended in 2014. So finally Congress now has the case file, and it's very interesting because it kind of is a revealing window into Bharara's way of doing business. The first thing that's highlighted inside my case file is I'm a conservative. I'm a prominent critic of the Obama administration. Now, this should be completely irrelevant in the decision about whether to prosecute me. It should be beside the point. But of course, in Bharara's case, it was the point. So there's evidence in this case file, and there's a lot more, that this was a political prosecution conducted by Bharara as a henchman for the Obama administration.
Who is Preet Bharara?
He's a ruthless and a very deceitful guy. The proof of this is that when he was trying to convince a judge to lock me up, to put me in federal prison. Now, remember, no American has ever been prosecuted, let alone locked up for doing what I did. So how could Bharara succeed in convincing a judge? Well, he took a series of cases, all involving corruption, and altered the facts of those cases to conceal the corruption, to try to con the judge into sending me to federal prison. It didn't really work, but it's a kind of window into the soul of Preet Bharara and the kind of deceitful man that he is.
And Dinesh, what do you make of the media outrage that he was abruptly fired, even though, you know, Janet Reno, Eric Holder, they all did the same thing?
Yeah, I think this is a kind of grandstanding that Bharara's come to specialize in. He's a media darling because he kind of plays to all this, and he's kind of acting like he's some sort of a martyr. But of course, presidents have a right to appoint their own guys. And so for me, this is actually kind of nice. When I was in confinement, Bharara was laughing. Now that he's unemployed, I'm kind of laughing.
Right. Well, yeah, we'll see what happens. Dinesh, very interesting. And by the way, if you want to get Dinesh D'Souza's movies to put him in jail because it angered the Obama administration so much, many believe, go out and get it. Dinesh D'Souza, thanks so much.
Thanks, Dinesh.